They towing the blinky. Told my older just waiting to V. Got ops in the club and it's feeling real mixy. I ain't no killer, but I stay with Achilles. Serving like a butler. That boy got the Jimmy. If you ain't know, I got an evil twin. I got me a Mary, he turned on Ashley. I can't wait for the day we gon' win. When we make it to the top, it's gonna be a movie. I stand on my toes, nigga, all 10. Don't play with my L's, they aim for. I'm dancing with the devil, we taking these drugs. Everything feel better on the high, not sober. Lord, forgive me, I roll with the demons. They taking your soul, so watch how maneuver. They hate never end, gotta watch my friend. Got a heart that's colder than December. We ain't beef, but I heard the smoke, we can match. I'll take that risk for the members. I'm dancing with the devil, we taking these drugs.
It's your boy 75 Brooklyn, y'all, aka Cedii. And we back in the video, man. Back on the extravaganza. And I said we back on the video, gang, man. You already know the vibes, man. Cedii TV, man. Home of the kids, best killies in the world, man. We here with another reaction, man. You feel me? Before we start this reaction, dancing with the devil out right now, as y'all can see in the intro. Man, you feel me? Y'all go run on my music channel, go like, comment, subscribe, all that. Comment on the new video, man. You just comment and like, nigga. You heard? But today we got a good video, man. You feel me? We got our man's Kid Nerd. My boy Kid Nerd is making a return back to the channel. He has posted a good one. I was gonna do it regardless, but I seen y'all been spamming in the comments, yo, bro, do this. Cause y'all know I fuck with the L's, you feel me? NPK, and I know I fuck with the OFB niggas, you feel me? I fuck with both of them. They're both tough. Sin Squad, OFB, you feel me? I fuck with them, bro. You feel me? I fuck with the O, I fuck with the L. So, you know, I got a great video, man. The Deadly Divide in Tottenham. You feel me? OFB and NPK. You feel me? Shout out to Tottenham, you feel me? N15. Shout out to Drake, you feel me? He mentioned y'all and his freestyle with Central C2 as well. So let's get into it, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that, man. 10,000 kills on the way, man. Yo, and thank y'all for 7,000, man. You heard? Thank y'all for 7,000, man. It came a long way. Y'all don't even know. Let's get to it, guys. Let's go.
Throughout the rise of UK drill, we've seen many artists and groups' relationships crash and burn, but not many has been as infamous and televised in two groups in the North London town called Tottenham. Today, we'll be looking into the rise and fall between two drill groups called NPK and OFB, and how their friendship turned into eventual tragedy. Let's get into it.
Hey, Nerd.
Guys, before I get into this video, I just want to say a quick message to a lot of the young youth who live inside and outside of London who may be watching. I know a lot of young kids who watch these videos may find themselves in similar situations as people in this video or videos that I've done in the past. And I just want to quickly say before I get into any of this, that this life is not the way forward. A lot of young kids...
True shit. It's not the life, you heard. You know? I dibble and dabble in that, whatever. I seen some things, you feel me? Went through some things with that. It's not a life to live. Thank God I never went full throttle with it, bro. You feel me? Never. I suggest if y'all got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, nigga, go back inside. Y'all don't want to be outside. It's better inside making bread. Cause when y'all do go outside, y'all gonna have money. Y'all don't need to worry about the, you know, the hood shit, bro. You have too much bread to be over there. You heard? So, word, true word. Listen to Kid Nerd, you heard?
Kids growing up, especially in London, are getting involved in gangs without even knowing it until it's too late. But luckily, we live in a time where there's a lot of support for young kids. They're starting to see themselves creep into this lifestyle. Whether it's mental health support you need, rehousing, mentoring, or financial support, reach out to my Instagram in the description, and I'll do my best to lead you into the numerous programs and charities who work hard to help people make a new life for themselves. Because at the end of the day, there's not much possibilities out of this life except death or jail. Now let's get into the video. So like I said before, we're taking this story to the North London town of Tottenham. Now Tottenham is infamous for many reasons. It's bred some of the biggest artists in the UK, stemming from global pop stars like ADELE and major grand artists such as Skepta and Chip, and now big drill artists like
ADELE from Tottenham? Yo, fun fact. ADELE's my GOAT. Singer. She's my, yo, like, there's Michael Jackson, there's Eminem, there's A Boogie, there's ADELE. You feel me? But ADELE's probably up there, you know, of course. I'll say this. Michael Jackson, then ADELE. ADELE is better than Beyonce. Hot take. I don't care what no one says. ADELE is amazing. Her voice is, hello from the other, hello to your new lover. And treat her. Yo, come on, bro. I didn't know she was from Tottenham. Yo, this is why I love these videos, man. Shout out to, yo. I knew I was fucking with the L's for a reason. I know I fucking with the O for a reason.
like ADELE, and major grime artists such as Skepta and Chip, and now big drill artists like Heady One and Abracadabra. In the last few decades, Tottenham has also been notable for a lot of violence and crime. Infamously, the area of Tottenham has been known for igniting big uprisings, like the Broadwater Farm riots in 1985, and the London 2011 riots, which put the country into a national lockdown, which is a topic for another video. But also...
so I found a documentary of Bando's K dad, Mark. I seen there's a documentary, and I like this, so it's in my list. So if y'all want me to do that, I'll do that too. If y'all want me to do these documentary shits, I'll do them. No cap.
So a lot of gang warfare has plagued the community, especially in recent years. See, Tottenham is a big area spanning across two different postcodes, N15 and N17, with many different estates and cliques. But today we'll be focusing on the N17 side of the town, which is a side more notorious for violence than the other. So let's take it back to the 1970s, to a big housing estate inside Tottenham called Broadwater Farm. Inside this estate, the formation of a group called the Tottenham Anthem was created. The Tottenham Anthem throughout the 70s to the 90s built up a big reputation for violence across London. They were big players in the London drug market and notoriously had many deadly feuds with other groups across London, to the point where the Met Police ranked the Tottenham Anthem as the second highest group in London's organised crime.
I didn't know Bando K's dad was a gangster. Okay, so now it's starting to make sense. Yo, that's crazy. He looks just like Bando K, bro. Like, that's scary, bro. Even his brother, even Bando K uncle, I seen a picture of his uncle. Look just like him, bro. They got strong ass jeans, bro. Word. But I didn't know he was also in the streets too. So what was their name? Tottenham Hill Mandem?
Where the Met Police ranked the Tottenham Anthem as the second highest group in London's organised crime network. And the group spread their influence all throughout Tottenham, with members all over the town. Then in the early 2000s, divides inside the group caused members to disband, which resulted in several different offshoot groups, who started repping their specific estates or sections of Tottenham. One of these areas being in the Broadwater Farm estate, which was the original area of the Tottenham Anthem. And another was an area located less than 10 minutes away, called Northumberland Park. Members of the Tottenham Anthem from Broadwater Farm started rolling with the name Star Gang, now known as OFB, and members from Northumberland Park started calling themselves NPK. For the most part, NPK and OFB members had a relatively good relationship, with them both having the same enemies being two nearby areas called Wood Green and Edmonton, who Tottenham have been feuding with for a while now. The feud between Tottenham and the two local areas started to be more known when
crazy. So they been rapping the purple thing. Wow. So this is not new to y'all. Like, y'all, yo, this is like, y'all been on it since the 70s and 80s, 90s. Like, that's crazy. Y'all been rapping the purple, NPK, Sin Squad, everything purple. Everything, yo, that's still one of my, everything purple. That song's fire. Word, everything purple is fire.
Rap music started getting platformed on several YouTube channels like Limitless Vids and Pac-Man TV. A few NPK members like Stretch and Starts and OFB members like Heady One and RV started hopping on tracks together, cementing their relationship in the public eye. OFB members dropped tracks like Youngers from Farm, which was making noise all over North London. But summertime 2010, an OFB member called Young RV dropped a big tune called Cruddy on the Streets, which really put a spotlight on OFB as a whole. An NPK rapper called Stretch was also putting on for Tottenham musically, dropping tracks like Sky Style and Thanks Mummy. Stretch and RV were actually quite close friends, but in a situation in 2011, Stretch...
Is RV and Heady One related? I don't know if it's because I always see them together, but I start seeing like resemblance of each other. Like, are they related anyway?
Was stabbed by members from the nearby area Wood Green. Allegedly, RV was with him when it happened, but ended up running away, leaving Stretch to have a deep hatred for RV and other OFB members. Stretch addressed the situation on a track called You're Not Cruddy on the Streets, which was a direct diss record to RV, which left both sides to have a bit of a shaky relationship. For the next few years, both sides weren't generally the closest, until the late 2010s when the new generation of Tottenham were coming up. Kids from both Northumberland Park and Broadwater Farm grew up together through school and play. And
yeah, I heard that. I heard the my fault, guys. But I heard that that the elders, like Heady One, RB and them was like they were never cool with NPK. They was never cool with them type shit. Well, they was cool, but there was beef, like it was just said. And then it's kind of like it's come full circle out, like they all just beefing now type shit.
Now, and a lot of families cross between both areas. And despite the past issues between the two parts of Tottenham, the next generation of kids managed to maintain their tight relationships, even after they started claiming their area's gang. In 2017 to 18, a lot of the spotlight from the UK drill scene was on Tottenham. A few NPK members called GP, Unks and KK started going up in music, calling themselves Sin Squad, hitting millions of views on some of their tracks. RV from OFB had not long come out of jail for a 2012 stabbing case, and him and another OFB rapper called Heady One started hopping on tracks together, creating one of the most legendary duos to come from UK drill. But
you love your stuff, because your stuff is amazing.
Yeah, that's fire. I like learning the origins about shit like this. Like I love documentaries. That's a fun fact too, bro. I love documentaries. I love shit like this. Like I'll watch these all day. Like if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'll still watch this. Like on my free time, word.
in early 2018, the younger members from OFB started trying their luck on drill beats. A few of the younger members jumped on a track with an older OFB member called Cash, and the song done decent numbers, considering it was a first track for many of the rappers on the tune. But throughout the year of 2018, the younger members started jumping in the booth more and more, especially three OFB members who went by the name Double L's, SJ and Bando K. They started dropping music consistently, creating a big buzz in the UK. On the back of their success, younger members from NPK also started hopping in the booth, but weren't taking...
I also, I don't know if he's gonna add this, but I also heard like the younger generation, Double L's and shit like that. Why they were so close with NPKs? Because they were all like, most of them were also related too. Like most of these niggas are cousins and shit like that. Like that's what I heard too.
It as serious as OFB, so they weren't releasing much. A lot of their tunes started getting leaked online and posted on YouTube, creating a big underground fandom for the group. These times a lot was going on in North London, and 2018 proved to be a deadly year for Tottenham and surrounding areas, with back-to-back shootings, stabbings and murders occurring throughout the year, mainly between the areas of Wood Green and Tottenham. And unfortunately, this constant back-to-back violence around the towns eventually ended up being NPK's and OFB's downfall. It all started on February the 22nd, 2019. The night before this day, a group of boys that drove and parked a Peugeot car inside the Broadwater Farm estate, which would become a meeting point the following day for several OFB and NPK rappers. The next day around 7 p.m, a group of 7 OFB and NPK younger members and rappers set off on bikes armed with a handgun, shotguns, swords and machetes, heading for their opposing area, Wood Green. When the group reached the street called Lordship Lane in Wood Green, they spotted 4 guys who they believed to be part of the Wood Green gang. Once the group locked onto them, they dropped their bicycles and brought out their weapons and started to pursue the 4 members, with one of the shots narrowly missing the woman who was in a nearby store. The Wood Green members started running into different directions to try and get away, so the Tottenham group got back on their bicycles to try and catch up with one of the victims who was falling behind the rest. They managed to catch up and corner a 20-year-old man, then proceeded to stab him 8 times in total and shooting him once in full sight of members of the public. But the attack was interrupted when one of the victims, called Kamali, managed to retrieve his car and attempt to drive it into the attackers to save his friend. But once the group saw Kamali in his car driving towards them, they turned their attention towards him, circling his car attempting to smash his windows to get him out, while he was stuck between 2 cars trying...
Hey man, he's a real nigga, bro. He's a real nigga, man. He came to see him back, you feel me? His friend, you feel me? And I'm pretty sure you about to say, he had to pay the price for it, but a lot of people is not doing that though, bro. Word.
And to reverse out. Kamali eventually ditched his car to try and run into a hairdresser's which was nearby. Once he got into the shop, he tried to barricade himself inside, but the attackers managed to force themselves in, resulting in Kamali being struck several times, leaving him in a terrible state on the scene. Afterwards, the group rode their bicycles back to the Broadwater Farm estate and changed into clothes which they left in the car they parked off the day before and rode away. Sadly, Kamali didn't make it, and his death was announced the following morning. coming. In the next few months, one by one, each attacker was getting arrested and remanded. At a time when OFB were reaching the highest numbers in the UK drill scene. 2 days before this attack on Kamali, SJ from OFB alongside 2 other OFB members released their biggest tune yet called Next Up. And
wait, you said 2 days?
UK drill scene. 2 days before this attack on Kamali, SJ from OFB alongside 2 other OFB members released their biggest tune yet called Next Up. And now stuff was looking real for SJ after he was getting investigated for allegedly being on the scene on the day. During this time, SJ started hitting the booth heavily, dropping some big tracks, building his name to be probably one of the biggest drill artists out at the time. But
I wonder how they knew it was, they had masks and shit? Like, how did they know it was SJ and them? Like, I know the CCTVs and shit like that, but like, were they not wearing masks? Like, oh, probably the DNA and stuff like that, right? Damn.
2 months later, the tragedy of K1 caught up to SJ in the worst type of way. SJ alongside other OFB members were invited to a freestyle session hosted by the well-established DJ called Tim Westwood on a series called Crib Sessions, which in 2019 was one of the biggest platforms for UK drill artists to go on. So it was a big statement that OFB was invited to go. But in one of the most unfortunate turn of events, halfway through the Crib session, SJ got a call from the police to inform him that he was wanted for the murder of Kamali and that he was to hand himself over to police immediately. You can even see halfway through the freestyle, SJ's mood starts to change, realizing that this may be his last day of freedom for a very long time.
Damn, bro. Damn, bro. Man, that's fucked up.
Not long after the Crib session, SJ hands himself in, and now with 5 out of the 7 suspected attackers locked up, awaiting trial for the murder of Kamali. It wasn't long before there started being issues between both OFB and NPK members in jail regarding the case. Quite early on, there was rumours circulating that one of the NPK members who was on the case, who goes by the name of Osav, was starting to snitch on the situation, allegedly implicating other members in the murder. A few OFB members had stuff to say about it on Snapchat.
OSAF no longer OSAF no more. Old rat. How's my man's cooperating with the court? 3 slam, 3 sneaks, 3-2-1, 3 trills. Damn.
Building tensions and situations between NPK and OFB inside and outside of jail. On October the 8th, 2019, the trial officially started and the tension was high in the courtroom. Several teenagers who hadn't even started their lives properly yet was looking at going to prison for the best parts of their life, and emotions were high in the court. Not too long before the start of the trial, SJ had even been offered 155.
Damn, he had a record deal on the table too? Dang, bruh.
£1,000 record deal while awaiting trial for the murder, which was a big sign that if he managed to beat this case, there was another life waiting for him on the other side. But the trial didn't go well, and it wasn't long till the jury handed their guilty verdict for all the 5 young men. At the sentencing, all hell broke loose. NPK members and SJ started to fight and yell abuse to each other in the courtroom.
116 years? All of them got that? Nah, that's OD. Or is it split up?
And when they were all sentenced to between 21 to 28 years each, the room turned into chaos. Chairs and other bits of furniture started to get thrown into the dogs.
What, bro? From the dogs? Yo! Nah. The first time I heard this, I was like, nah, this can't be real. Cause I learned how y'all court is set up. Like y'all got docks up like you know, a higher thing. And I was hearing people was throwing stuff down. People was coming down to fight. Mad crazy stuff.
And all the defendants started to get separated after repeated violence between each other. One of the defendants' stepdads even leaped from the stands and started to threaten the judge, screaming that he will murder him after the sentence was announced. The tension continued outside the courtroom when families and friends of the 5 defendants started to argue outside. Not long after, SJ and other OFB members took to Snapchat to say their side.
Damn, so SJ didn't have no evidence on him? Damn, that's... Damn, bro. That's crazy.
The story, labeling the NPK members as snitches on the case, which overall was the real start of the break-off between both NPK and OFB. And members on both sides were making it publicly known through social media. But soon after the sentencing, on the 19th of February 2020, stuff started getting physical between both sides. 3 OFB and NPK members bumped into each other at a local barbershop, which ended with 2 OFB members being stabbed and slashed multiple times. A CCTV video of the situation leaked, which was posted.
Oh yeah, and I seen that one of the OFB niggas went to the bathroom and like basically ran off on his man type shit.
All around social media, bringing awareness to what was happening on the streets of Tottenham. On the music side, while SJ was locked up, more new rappers started coming out of OFB, releasing tunes off the back of the success of other OFB rappers. One of these being an OFB member who went by the name of Ispot. He blew up from a single he released.
Ispot's tough. Word.
It's called 3S. And after a couple more big songs he dropped throughout the year, a lot of fans were saying soon he could hit the same level as SJ. But in September of 2020, the ongoing feud between MPK and OFB caught up to him. Ispot was on his way home from college on the train, but when the train hit a station called Meridian Water in Edmund...
Damn, bro, nigga was in college? Jesus, nigga. Like, bro, these niggas is... I heard SJ was supposed to be, like, he was really good at football, like, dang, bro, these niggas had futures, bro.
Alleged MPK members spotted Ispot sitting near the window on the train. In front of shocked onlookers, the 3 MPK members proceeded to stab Ispot multiple times, striking mainly his lower back and face. One of the strikes actually ended up hitting one of his eyes, damaging his vision, but thankfully Ispot survived the attack. 3 MPK members were actually jailed after CCTV footage caught them in the act.
Yo! Nah, this is crazy. Nah, CCTVs in the train is crazy.
During these times, OFB and MPK were taking shots at each other on drill songs. OFB rapper Bando K dropped a song called Patient, which had several disses aimed at MPK. A couple MPK rappers also dropped a song in early 2021 called Exposing Ops 2.0. They actually filmed part of this.
That song was fire, I ain't gonna lie.
Track on the OFB's block, the Broadwater Farm Estate, which caused a lot of attention in the UK drill scene. Another drill group around 10 minutes away from OFB's block was also starting to get some attention in the drill scene called TPL. They dropped a track called Philly Don't Dance, which had multiple disses towards the OFB.
Yo, so, and it, now I hope he makes like a video of TPL, cause I heard TPL, it's too, like, I heard TPL's beefing with each other. Like, I heard they beefing with each other. And I heard, I did a video. Nigga, Suspect is cool with TPL members and shit like that. Like, bro, there's a lot going on, bro. There's a lot going on.
TPL and MPK actually started linking up and eventually filmed a music video together for a track which featured both groups called Hitcock 45. They filmed this video outside Turnpike Lane train station in the M15 postcode, and many members from each side started posting the location of the music video on Snapchat and other social media. After the shoot was done, a few members were still posted outside the train station, and unfortunately, a few shots were fired into the crowd of boys around 1 a.m, with shots hitting a 20-year-old TPO member who went by the name of Showerman, sadly killing him on the scene. The same day, MPK's area in Northumberland Park, Tottenham, was also shot up with a young man being shot multiple times, but thankfully survived, causing a lot of friction in Tottenham. A few months afterwards, an MPK member who went by the name of KY and his friend took a trip near the Broadwater Farm Estate. When they reached, they spotted an OFB member called Sitz and his friend sitting down on a bench. KY approached Sitz while he was sitting down and the two started to argue. KY grabbed Sitz's phone from him, which resulted in Sitz slapping KY in his face. Afterwards, KY brought out a large knife from his trousers, stabbing Sitz 3 times and then made his escape. Sadly, Sitz didn't survive.
Damn! Nigga died on the OFB grounds? Nah, bro, you gotta be with the monitor, man, at all times, bro. That's what I learned.
The attack. And mobile tracking caught KY in the app, resulting in him getting caught and sentenced to 19 years. Throughout the last few years, there's been numerous back and forth situations between the two groups, and with both areas being so close together, causing paths to cross all too often. Unfortunately, more situations more than likely will carry on happening. It's been your boy Kid Nerd, and peace out.
That was a good video, Kid Nerd. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, man. Y'all comment down everything I need to know about this situation, you heard? Anything that he missed, anything that, you know? I need everything, bro. You feel me? I hope y'all enjoy this, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that, man. Say you down on TV. We out here on. Go!
Bitch again, cause these bitches be treason. How you fucking with me in the arms, little bitch? You just treason. You was just in my bed late night. You was sucking and swallowing off my semen. Pop a perk and I'm sipping this walk cart. Man, this shit got me leaning. If I call up Cedii, that's my cousin, nigga. We gon' walk up and get the creeping.
I was see special, I said cuz I be telling the chick, you be spazzing, they drop me. ADELE, nigga, where you at? Got my soldiers ready to attack. LGR niggas moving too tight. Can't let us turn into a pack. I promised my mama I would never go. Can't trust no bitch, no hoe. Michael Vick and Lil Bro, though. He tryna push a cap, pushing back your phone. If it's up, then it's up, better never run up. Cause my niggas don't come to play around. Don't got a gun, get jumped, we 10 niggas deep. Told the cuz spin a block like a merry-go-round. I told my Cho knuckle up, he don't need it, he punch niggas straight to the ground. I told my Cho knuckle up, he don't need it, he punch niggas straight to the ground.
Spice my back like a Viking, I